laundering is really quite ferocious. It's when a huckster takes some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So disinformation's origins are slightly less atrocious. It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. When Rudy Giuliani shared bad intel from Ukraine, or when TikTok influencers say COVID can cause pain. They're laundering disinfo and we really should take note and not support their lies with our wallet, voice or vote.
Really looking forward to learning more about this board. You're the right person for this gig.
From Joan Donovan, PhD at Boston Joan.
Congratulations on the position. It's comforting knowing you'll be fighting the good fight.
From Jason Barker at Jason Barker 1.
Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Anna's Thoughts and Musical Parodies, and I am Anna, your hostess. Thank you so much for being here today.
On theme with today's topic, I would like to feature my conservative lifeline with the tagline, "It's a ban and block life for us, hashtag proud deplorable," featuring yours truly and the channel name on the back. There's also a tote bag and a fanny pack and a couple other things in this line. You can check out all of those items as well as everything else in the merch store through the link in the description. Thank you so much, and let's get into today's video.
From Nina Jankowicz. Cat's out of the bag. Here's what I've been up to the past 2 months and why I've been a bit quiet on here. Honored to be serving in the Biden administration and helping shape our counter-disinformation efforts.
The Department of Homeland Security is now aiming to counteract fake news. During a congressional hearing today, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas testified that they've established a new disinformation governance board. Mayorkas says the board will combat threats to election and homeland security ahead of the midterm elections. Politico reports that the team will focus on news about immigration and Russia. Disinformation expert Nina Jankowicz will head the board as executive director.
And here there's a lot of debate actually on Twitter about the gender of this person. But they do seem rather overly self-important. They say, "Here's my official portrait to grab your attention. Now that I've got it." A huge focus of our work, and indeed one of the key reasons the board was established, is to maintain the department's commitment to protecting free speech, privacy, civil rights, and civil liberties. That really makes no sense. So I really find it rather ironic and nonsensical that all these leftists and liberals on Twitter are freaking out and getting upset about Elon Musk owning the platform and making it a private platform where free speech is supposedly allowed, because they are apparently afraid that free speech will mean things that they don't like, as in anything conservative. I find it ironic because Elon Musk himself is really anything but conservative, as you could see in my last video. On the contrary, he really seems like a key player in the mainstream status quo, series of events that have been occurring, such as the inoculation and making humans more in tune with technology, let's say. And it was within a couple days of when he bought Twitter that this disinformation governance board came out. So it's just interesting timing, don't you think? It almost seems to be working in tandem if he didn't know any better. But yeah, he's on Twitter trying to appeal to conservatives who would not typically agree with all of the things that he stands for. The people who do agree with him are apparently mad about him buying Twitter. Makes me wonder if some of them are like actors or actresses, because it all just is very interesting. Here's another tweet from Nina that a lot of people have been talking about. Back on the laptop from hell, apparently Biden notes 50 former NatSec officials and 5 former CIA heads that believe the laptop is a Russian influence op. Trump says, Russia, Russia, Russia. She said that she was live tweeting this during the debate and it wasn't her own opinion, but she does seem like the type of person who sides with Biden overall, so you decide. Jen Psaki was talking about censoring our speech on the internet long ago, though, so it really shouldn't be a surprise that it's here now.
In terms of actions, Alex, that we have taken, or we're working to take, I should say, from the federal government, we've increased disinformation research and tracking within the Surgeon General's office. We're flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread disinformation. We're working with doctors and medical professionals to connect to connected medical experts who are popular with their audiences with accurate information and boost trusted content. So we're helping get trusted content out there. We also created the COVID Community Corps to get factual information into the hands of local messengers. And we're also investing, as you all have seen, in the president's, the vice president's, and Dr. Fauci's time.
But of course, as is pretty much to be expected at this point, Governor DeSantis is pushing back pretty hard, and some others are doing so as well.
As if they don't have enough issues to deal with, they now have an idea, and I honestly thought this was just a belated April Fool's joke, but they are actually going to create in the Department of Homeland Security a Bureau of Disinformation. It's basically a ministry of truth, and what they want to do is they want to be able to put out false narratives without people being able to speak out and fight back. They want to be able to say things like Russia collusion and perpetuate hoaxes and then have people like us be silenced. They want to be able to advocate for COVID lockdowns. They want to be able to advocate for school closures, things that are not supported by the evidence, but then when you speak out, they want to stifle dissent. And so we reject this bureau in the state of Florida.
My thoughts on the matter are that this Disinformation Governance Board is a thinly veiled effort to further silence dissent against the Biden administration and beyond, and a way for them to shove what they want you to believe down your throat a little bit harder and with a little bit less pushback. I mean, since when have they ever even cared about the wrong people coming in through immigration before? Anyway, that's like out of nowhere, right? So that's what I think, but as always, let me know what you think.
Thank you again so much for being here today. Since you liked the video enough to make it all the way to the end, don't forget to click the thumbs up and share with somebody else who would also find it interesting. Leave your comments below and we'll all have a conversation. And if you really enjoyed it, check out the description for several different ways that you can support while getting some cool stuff for yourself. Have a wonderful night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time zone you are in. And I will see you next time.